All right, this is the fire sign bonus reading, and I'm going to be pulling cards each for all three fire signs. So we have Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. So I am going to start with Leo, since we are going to be moving into Leo season at the end of July. So I'm going to pull an oracle card or two, and then a couple, ooh, we had some flyers here, and then a couple other of the psychic tarot. Okay, so I'm gonna go with these two. So we have the Enchanted Fern Grotto Refuge, and then Secret Spring Success. So I'm picking up on, for Leos, something, it's almost like you like very surprisingly stumble across something that ends up either something becomes very successful, or success kind of just unexpectedly comes around. And with this Enchanted Fern Grotto, I'm picking up more, again, like you're on your, it's like you're going through life, and then all of a sudden you stumble across something very like surprise, like, oh my gosh, like something new, a new place, a new connection, or something that really opens up this like magical world for you, which creates success for you, like a secret spring, right? This, like, to me, the Enchanted Fern Grotto is some secret place you happen across, and this is going to bring some magic and success for you, Leos. So let's pull a couple of, that one wanted to come out. Foundation and achievements. Yes, more around creating some sense you're achieving something, and whatever this success is, an achievement, is creating some sort of great foundation. And what I'm getting at is more of like stability, right? Wealth, money, some sort of financial stability that you're building upon now, that you can really build something. This could also help you. This card specifically, right, has this house on it, and it is tied to the Four of Wands. So you could also, this could help you in regards to a move or getting like your dream house you want. Solitude, and then authority. And I just want to look at this Solitude card quick for you. So the Solitude card is the Hermit in the tarot. So there is some sort of hermit journey you've been on. You've been kind of on this journey, and I'm getting a very independent journey, right? Where you felt like you were really doing it by yourself. You've been really on this, maybe a path. You've been doing life alone. That could be you too. You've been single, or just feeling like you've had to really pave the path of your life, and really you've been going towards certain goals or trying to accomplish something here. But there's a lot of spiritual wisdom this month. There's a lot coming in spiritually. There's a lot of downloads here, and really gaining a new perspective about like where you're at in your life and where you're going. And you're really leveling up here. I really feel a leveling up in July. And you're really becoming a strong figure that people look up to, or that come to you for like, it's like, again, they see you as some sort of leader or figure where you know what you're talking about. Here, I feel that like that Emperor is you, that you're really leveling up. And of course, when you have like achievements and success here, I feel like you're finally accomplishing something and really becoming, this, you're really elevating up in your life and creating more to me, like financial success here, but also just in general, succeeding in something that's really shifting you spiritually, Leos. So that's a big, I mean, these are major arcana cards too. So there's something really big here in July for Leos. So definitely continue, even if you feel like things haven't, like you haven't been getting the progress or the success you wanted. I think something's going to break through for you in July. All right, Leos? All right, so that's for Leos. Oh. All right, Sagittarians. This is for Sagittarian, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. We're going to take a look at July for you. So taking risks popped out. And wonders. I'll do one more here. Enlightenment. Okay, so something really... July is going to be a very expansive month for you. Like there is some level of like new level of enlightenment coming for you, like new wisdom, knowledge, information, or like just spiritual. You're increasing your vibration to another level this month. I do feel like this wonders card is like, to me, there's like these opportunities opening up that are expanding you into areas of your life or different areas of life, kind of like adventuring out of a comfort zone or just adventuring into new territory, you know, and that I'm using that term in the sense of like you're being opened up to new experience in lives that it just is opening up new things from a soul level that are quite like fulfilling and wondrous here. And there's also this like ship on this enlightenment card, this sailboat. And I feel like, again, you're kind of expanding out into new territories. You're moving out, and there is something in regards to this where you're going to have to take a risk. So your soul, you're really being confronted with maybe some patterns or beliefs that have kind of held you back, where you're kind of like, oh, I'm not, you know, willing to maybe be that sort of risk taker, or there's some fears holding you back. But this is the month where you're going to really be asked to take the risk and venture out into something new. Because I feel like I'm kind of getting for you, Sagittarius, there's like, I'm hearing like there's more to life out there, that you're the potential here for you to experience and live. So let's get a couple cards, tarot here. The Psychic Tarot. Passion ignited. Yes, this is definitely going to reignite a new sense of purpose, a new sense of kind of just love for life, a zest for life, and a new sense of passion about what you're doing or who you're doing it with. Wisdom and solitude. That came out for Cancers as well, or not Cancers, Leos. So yeah, this is the Hierophant card. You have two major arcana. It was the same setup for Cancer, or I keep saying Cancers, Leos. So there is a big shift, and maybe that's the trend here, right? July is the climax of the year. It is the big month where big things, if anything big is going to happen, it's definitely going to happen in July if it hasn't happened yet. But also this Passion Ignited is an ace, so there is something new coming in here. This is the Hierophant. So there's a new level of commitment happening. You're taking a risk to commit to something. And I do feel like it's, you've kind of been, a lot of people have been, this Hermit has been coming out. So people have been kind of in this hermit mode. Maybe you haven't, you've been kind of more going internal a lot. You've been really doing a lot of internal assessment, review of, maybe you're doing a lot of integration work based on what's happened at the beginning of the year. But there's a lot of wisdom here, wisdom. So we have the term wisdom, and then you have the Hierophant. So there's a lot of information from a higher dimensional perspective or higher self here. And you're being asked to commit to something. And I think it's going to ask you to take that risk. So this is an interesting turn of events that happens. And there is kind of this sense of like something coming out of, you know, where you have to be like, oh, like this came out of nowhere. And that's another energy happening in July where things are coming out of nowhere. There's surprises, there's shocking revelations, new information coming out that helps you see things differently and make different decisions. And that's a lot to do with that Mars conjunct Uranus. So Sagittarius, this is going to be an exciting month for you. Okay. So Aries, we're going to wrap up here with Aries. We'll pull a couple cards for Aries out there for the month of July. Deliberation, vast vistas, and focus. So there's an interesting trend kind of unfolding here in July, and a lot of it has to do with this card about, you know, vast vistas, right? Life is expanding for everyone. So it's almost like where you only were kind of seeing this one vision, or you were kind of held yourself into this comfort zone. All of a sudden, it's like the veil lifts and you're seeing all these potentials or all these opportunities, or this, it's like life is pushing you out of that story that you've been living, that you kind of felt like, and some of you really were trying to break free of this feeling stuck in the you know, Groundhog Day of life that you've been on this path for so long and wanting to expand out. And this is opening up finally for people. So especially for Aries here, you're stepping out into new territories, something new here that's going to expand you, maybe even expand you to somewhere different, a location, making a big change here. And I do feel like there is some deliberation about this. Maybe you have multiple choices here. But the focus here is being focused on what is it that my soul, like really listening to your heart and soul about where is that calling you to go. And instead of it, I'm also seeing this one lane focus of like, don't focus on like too many different directions or too many things. It's like, find the path of the now. What is this now? The focus on the now, and don't focus too much on the future or the past, but this is going to help you make some decisions or make the next step into certain directions here, is just focusing on what is it I'm being called to do right here, right now. So that's something for you, Aries, to think about as you're being called to expand this month. Okay, let's see. We have accelerated motion. Yes. The light. That's the Sun card. And you have movement, choices, and decisions. Let me just make sure of that. Yes, this is the Sun card. So this is amazing, Aries. So the Sun, obviously in a reading, is turning all the cards around it into positive. So you are, I think life accelerated motion is exactly what it says. Things are speeding up for you. Things are going to start happening faster. There's a lot of changes that are going to be called upon you. And it's about going towards, right? She's even looking up at the shooting star. What is your wish? What is your dream? And this is the time. This energy is prime for you to go towards your dreams, go towards the desires, and them to actually lead you to happiness and success here. Because there is some sort of decision here, right? Deliberation. Like I said, there's a decision or choice point that's very important in July. And this decision is going to be imperative to get you on your highest timeline. Okay? And this is not a time to, like I said, this focus card, it's not time to focus too much on future tense. Like, yes, it's great. We have like, okay, what's a goal? But sometimes thinking too future tense can give us anxieties, or we tend to overthink. Instead of just focusing on what is my soul calling for me right now? What is the best for me right now? And you may start, well, this, and what about that, and what about, and again, definitely do not look at towards the past. Do not apply something that happened in the past to this now moment, because that's going to hold you back from what you're being called to expand here. All right, Aries? So exciting time. I feel like, especially, I've been saying this for a couple weeks now, is buckle up. And especially for you, Aries, I feel like it's a time to buckle up, because things are going to start moving fast and furious. And even though this energy of deliberation and choices is kind of slow, right? Like you're taking your time. But I do feel like you're going to be called to like make some quicker decisions than maybe you're used to. And maybe you're someone who likes to sit and really sit on something for a while, right? And like think through all the options and the potentialities and the consequences. But this is teaching you to kind of go with the flow a little bit more, Aries. All right. All right. Good stuff, Aries. Exciting month for you. All right, everyone. That wraps up the bonus readings for the 3 fire signs. So thank you for joining in. Have a great July. Don't forget to check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and north node signs. And take a look at the main kind of elemental readings and then the bonus. Thank you all for joining in. And don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. Bye for now.